Hi beauties, it is that time of year. We are in declutter mode. I declutter toward the end of the year anyways, but we're moving. Yes, it's been a year since we moved. I can't believe it. I'm not ready. Anybody else hate moving? I think especially as you get older, I'm over it. Anyways, I digress. This is my foundations. I store them in this drawer right here, and I store my makeup in these little dressers that I got from Walmart. They are pretty affordable and they were easy to assemble. I'm gonna try to fly through this as quickly as I can, so we're not here for 3 years. So I guess I will just start here like I did in my collection video, and we will work our way through here. And I think I'm gonna make some space right here to put our declutter pile. So BRB. All right, first up we have the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade Medium 80W. I already know, because I've been using it since last summer, and obviously I'm only tan for the next couple of months. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this only for the fact of it's gonna be older by next summer. So we can go ahead and declutter this one. Next up is my Oma Beauty, the Say What foundation. I think for now I'm gonna hold on to this, but I also have quite a few that are very similar in kind of texture and consistency and wear. So for now, I'm gonna put it in a maybe pile. Next up is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Foundation in the shade 8P. Obviously this is brand new and I've really been obviously enjoying it. So I am gonna try to use this up kind of right now while I'm still tan, and then maybe pass it along. After that, we shall see. I'm normally okay keeping a foundation 2 years, even after the date or after it's been open. And I will show you right down here, right here at the very bottom, you can see the expiration date. I typically, unless it has sunscreen in it, I'll do it for 2 years. But please note, check your dates. If it has changed at all in the texture, the consistency, it feels different on the skin, it's pilling, it's applying differently, or it stinks, please throw it away. I know we invest a lot in makeup and stuff like that, and I get that it's disappointing and maybe heartbreaking to toss it, but please be cautious. So for now, this one is staying, and if I don't use it up, then I may declutter that as well. The Fenty Beauty Ease Drops, love, love, love. Beautiful soft matte formulation. It wears incredibly well. It feels nice on the skin. It's very skin-like. It's a love. I love this foundation. Next up is the Rare Beauty one. I actually put this in a declutter last year, and you guys were like, Riri, just try it. Try it again. You guys, I've tried it 3 times. I hate it. It's a no. It's going. Next up is my LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Of course, it is a favorite. I absolutely love this foundation. I do have a discount code with LYS Beauty. All of my discount codes are always linked down below, so this is a keeper. Next up is my Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter, the Soft Matte. Yes, Riri said matte. Foundation. This is a holy grail for summertime. I will hold on to it for 1 more year, especially because it doesn't have SPF in it. It lasts incredibly well, especially on my skin, especially here in North Carolina when it gets incredibly muggy. Like, it's still 92 degrees outside. So for anyone that already has fall weather, I secretly hate you. Kidding, obviously. Yeah, she's staying. Beautiful formula. I think if you have oily skin or dry skin, I just say to use a hydrating primer, and make sure you're well moisturized if you do have drier skin. But oh baby, I love this foundation. Another love for me is the Kosas, the Revealer foundation. The only reason I have not used this more than I have is because it's been too light. So going into the winter months, I think I'm gonna enjoy using this. This kind of reminds me of the Fenty Beauty one, where it offers medium coverage. You can build it. It's more kind of a softer matte. It's not super dewy on the skin, but it's not very flat and kind of make you look lifeless. It wears well. It's got a yellow component. I mean, come on now. That's definitely staying. Next up is my Holy Grail foundation. This overtook my other Holy Grail foundation. It's the Yensa Super Serum Silk Foundation. This is in a medium warm. So I think I'm gonna also put this with my yummy skin, and let's try to use this up in the next, month or 2 that I'm still tan. It is so beautiful. Do not recommend for oily skin though. On me having drier skin, it is a beautiful kind of skin-like finish with a bit of a luminous quality. And if I do get over hot, I get sweaty, I'm in the sun, it definitely pulls through. And if you had oily skin, I think you would be too oily. It would be too much for you, but it's beautiful. I really, really love this. Next up, I have 2 of these NARS, what are they called again? Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I do have 2. This is the deeper of the 2 shades. This is 4.5. and this one is 4. So I think heading into the winter months, I think I'm gonna hold on to the 4. Let's go ahead and let this one go. But I mean, you see I've used this a lot. It is a beautiful, beautiful formula. You will also notice a theme. So if you do have oily skin, most of these are probably not gonna be for you. But if you're like myself, you have dry, textured skin, you have more mature skin, fine lines and wrinkles, 90% of what I talk about is probably going to be right up your alley. So this one is going to be decluttered. Next up is my Avon Cashmere Complexion. I used the heck out of this. I actually went through a whole one, and I've put a little bit of a dent in this one. I think because this is so incredibly similar to actually most of the ones I mentioned over here, the Kosas, the LYS, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass it along, and we're going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. Next up is my Huda Beauty Cheesecake is the shade. Yes, Cheesecake, the foundation stick. This actually is almost gone. So I think I'm also going to pull this with my more tan shades, including the one that we're going to talk about next, and try to get it used up in the next couple months. Things like this, or one that has a doe foot applicator that has actually touched my skin, obviously I pass those along to family and friends. I do not put those in my for sale group, just FYI on that. So I am going to go ahead and hold on to this one. Same thing with the KVD Apple Balm Foundation, or Good Apple Foundation. Yes, this is medium 033. Surprisingly, I really like this. It actually surprised quite a bit of you guys as well, because it is definitely full coverage and it is more matte. But for me, as long as I'm hydrated, it is a soft matte and it wears beautifully. I think especially in the summertime. I think this is very oily skin friendly or dry skin friendly. It's beautiful. I say definitely less is more. Like a teeny tiny bit goes a very long way. So this is a keeper for now. Next up is my Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Now I know I could have put this in different categories, but I very much have been just using this as my actual base color, or my base, but I've been using this as my base. This is the shade 3, light medium, and it is perfect for right now. And I can also mix this if it does get a little bit too deep in the winter months. I can mix it with a foundation. So really beautiful. I love the texture of it. I love the consistency of it. And for me personally, because I'm a less is more beauty, I like it by itself. It covers a little bit of my rosacea. It gives me a little bit of something, something. Gives me that little bit of, boost of confidence. I really like it. And of course, it's affordable. Speaking of affordable, we have the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade Warm Cashew, also a summer one. You guys aren't going to be able to see, but it's about down to here. So I'm also going to put this with my summertime foundations, and let's try to hurry up and use it. Beautiful formula. I think they do also offer a matte formulation in this, and it's like $5 or so. This and the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator pretty much are kind of one and the same. They don't have super long lasting power. A lot of obviously hydrating or more luminous foundations won't, but it's really beautiful on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. I really enjoy this, so we'll keep. Next up is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and I also have the Zoeva, the Authentic Skin. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter these just because already I'm keeping a bunch, and I'm really aiming to be brutal here, especially with the move and really trying to downsize. I don't want to have more than I know that I can use, which, let's be honest, that's more than I need in a lifetime. So both of these can go. All right, every single one of these is brand new. That I bought as either backups. I'd gone through one or two, as in this one right here. I've gone through one of these. I've gone through one of these. I truthfully think I'm going to declutter every single one of these, other than the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This is shade 8 Neutral. I've already gone through 2 of these. If you know, you know. The Pretty Fresh collection, the entire collection from ColourPop, has been one of my holy grail products and collections since it, came out. The rest of these, obviously, these are all products that I really love and I enjoy. I didn't actually get to try this right here, but that's okay. So we're going to be decluttering the Stila Hide and Chic, the Tarte Face Tape, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter, and the Ordinary Serum Foundation. Obviously, I have plenty of these. The other face tape that I do have is a little bit deeper, so I'm going to hold on to this one. And all these bad boys are going to go. Next up are all of my 2B foundations. And pretty much like tinted moisturizers, BB creams, etc. This one you can see is almost gone. It is the Yensa BC foundation. I think this is also, okay, this is light, so I'll go ahead and keep this. Next up, I have a full size and the mini of the Tarte C Hydroflex. This one is another one that reminds me very much of like the Yensa, the Essence Pretty the Essence Pretty Natural, where it's a beautiful kind of lighter medium coverage, very light in texture, very light on the skin. I really love these types of foundations. This is light neutral, and then I also have medium tan sand, so I'm going to put this with my tan shades and again try to use those up in the next couple months. I will come back and update you guys too, because that's now like 5 more tan foundations. I don't think I'm going to go through 5 foundations in 2 months. We shall see. But I'll update you guys, and then I'll kind of pay it forward or put those on my for sale group or something like that if I know I'm not going to use them. Next up is my second favorite foundation, and it was my holy grail for 2 years. It's the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I will say their shade range is trash. It's tragic, but if you can find your shade, it is beautiful. And as you can see, it's all the way down to here. This is the shade Tan. It is not, in my opinion, a tan. This is more of a medium shade, so I'll also put this with my more medium tan shades and try to get through this as a beautiful big doe foot applicator. This is another one that reminds me of like the Kosas one or the Fenty Beauty Ease Drops, where it's a little bit more coverage. It's not as dewy and as glowy. I feel like if you have oily skin or dry skin, you would really, really love this. The staying power is there. It looks so incredibly beautiful on the skin. It doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. It's perfection. I love it. Next up, I think I'm going to just decide to keep one and declutter the other one. This is the number 7, the Protect and Perfect All-in-One Foundation. This is more medium coverage and has SPF of 50, kind of like the Cosmetics one. And this is the Hydra Luminous Aqua Release Skin Perfector. I think since we're heading into the winter months, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. And of course, we're going to check expiration dates and things like that. If it has SPF in it, I'm very cautious and I don't hold it past that. And I'm actually seeing that that went out in July of 2021. And I think I did my video after that. So I'm wondering if that was already expired when I got it. So this one I'm actually going to go ahead and toss. So I'm going to lay it down so I will remember. Next up is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is very, very comparable to the Essence Pretty Natural. They both feel the exact same way. They're both like a more sheer to medium type of coverage. They're both affordable, under $5. The Essence one for me is a little bit better of a shade match. So for that reason and that reason only, I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. Next up is this Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation in the shade, I have no clue, 2.5. You can see that I've used quite a bit of it. I did get this kind of early spring in my Ipsy or my BoxyCharm, and I used it a lot, but it's too light right now. So I think it'll be perfect for the winter months. It is another one that is super, super beautiful, medium coverage, looks like skin, doesn't have a heavy texture or weight to it or anything like that, and it does wear well. So I really like this. I'm excited to use it up this winter. Next up is this Fenty Beauty, I forgot what it's called, Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have enough. I feel like I have enough. I know that already. And I have a couple more Fenty products that I really like better than this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Next up is this Organic Certified Correcting Cream. I've had it for probably 2 to 3 years. I am also going to trash this one, so I will lay it down. Next up, I have a couple of little Pure Lease products. I really enjoy their products, their body care and everything. I have the Perfect Glow BB Cream SPF of 30. That is in the shade medium. And then I also have the Radiant Glow, probably also medium, I'm not quite sure, in light medium. I think I'll go ahead and keep the light medium and try to get this little tube used up, and I'll go ahead and declutter this one right here. Next up, I have a couple little minis. I'm going to try to finish up this teeny tiny bit, it's like way down here, of the Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. And I'll go ahead and pass this one along. It's not open yet, and I obviously have enough, so I'm going to pass that along. I'm also going to pass along my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation. I love this foundation, but I am not a full coverage beauty, and I very rarely wear it, so I know that somebody else could use it. Next up, I have enough, I feel like, through NARS. This is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and declutter that as well. I have enough. And then last but not least is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Fluid Powder Foundation. I think I'll go ahead and hold on to this as well and try to get this used up. That is our little keep pile. I think we did great, y'all. We have 2 going in the trash. This is declutter, and all of these are declutter. We still have 1 maybe. You know what? I have enough. It's also going to go. So there's our declutter pile. And those 3. We have 2 going in the trash. I think that this is a sensible collection. I think I did great. What did you guys think? Are any of these your holy grails? Are you excited to try any of these? Or do you hate some of these? Comment down below. Let's have that conversation. I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.